974 days till new Hong Kong crypto fear and green index at 45%, which is fear. Current fear green index as at fear. And also today we're gonna watch the kind of long-termish type of indicator for the Bitcoin, which is logarithmic growth curve for the Bitcoin. And currently you can see we got rejected from the middle of the yellow zone, which is the HODL zone for the Bitcoin. Again, there's gonna be a lot of explanation for this indicator. A lot of people, traders, big traders, using this indicator, and specifically to predict. That's why it's a long-term type of indicator, and you don't need to watch it like each day to predict the top, because if you're gonna look at the, at least for the previous bull cycles, it was used to predict the top and the bottom of bull and bear cycle each time. So we can see each time we were in the red phase, which is the sell phase when you're supposed to sell, or each time we had a test of the top of the red phase, we had literally the top of the current of the bull cycle. Like each time you can see we had a top and then immediate sell off to the green phase, which is the bottom of bear market. And again, this indicator is obviously based on all of the previous bull cycles, but you can see, for example, in that's why a lot of people, for example, speculating on a current bull cycle, which is, it seems like April of 13, when we hit the middle of red and yellow phase, and then we had a immediate sell-off, consolidation in a yellow phase. We touched the green phase, kind of touched the green phase, and then we had obviously the real bull cycle with a red phase in it, and you can see the middle of the red and yellow phase. We touched the green phase, literally the same, currently consolidating in a yellow phase. And also there's a thing, like a lot of people, for example, also that's us making TA. I just love this meme. A lot of people, for example, on the Reddit, I was reading, they are so confused about 100K PT price target for the Bitcoin, like where that came from. And obviously to enter officially to enter the red phase of this logarithmic curve, you need to have Bitcoin above 100K. So obviously majority of 100,000 PT comes from this obviously indicator that people are using to obviously to predict each time the bull cycle and the bear cycle. So yeah, so that's where 100K PT comes from, by the way. So yeah, and obviously on a smaller time frames, you can see 2 days ago we had a bounce from a middle of a yellow phase, which is 52.5K, and a little to the bottom of yellow phase. And again, yellow phase is the HODL phase. When you're supposed to HODL, you're supposed to buy in a green phase. So people who bought in a green phase obviously can see they had like 77% upside move after this indicator. But again, this indicator is not to watch each day. It's like a very long-termish type of indicator to watch. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to the kind of smaller indicators, and 50-200 MA on the daily. You can see current gap between 250 MA on a daily is 1.2K points to the golden cross, obviously, which would be kind of bullish sentiment. Volume is kind of dead right now. We had some, obviously, some boost in the volume after 16%, 18% move on a one candle, but yeah, MACD is currently in a red phase. RSI, I'm thinking actually about deleting RSI and adding the curve to watch, but I don't know, maybe we will switch those, but RSI is currently is kind of neutral, looking neutral. 4-hour time frame, you can see, is starting to finish the red phase, but it's still kind of in a red phase, which is kind of negative. Obviously RSI on 4-hour time frame is oversold, which is kind of positive sentiment, but still it's kind of not a significant indicator, to be honest. MA ribbon is obviously above our trading candle on a 4-hour time frame, and we are currently in the middle of MA ribbon on a daily time frame, which is a neutral kind of sentiment. Above on a weekly. I mean, it's kind of hard to be below or inside of MA ribbon on a weekly, so because it's so below training candles, all of the training candles that we have. MACD, you can see, is starting to curve to the red phase from a green phase, which is not great, and RSI is kind of neutral. Obviously we are having on a weekly time frame close, I mean currently trading below the previous open, which is pretty bad obviously, but maybe we're gonna see the upside and everything will be great. So yeah, currently everything is looking neutral or sometimes negative, but again, long term we're all bullish, so hopium is still there, and we kind of we all good, like for at least this logarithmic curve indicator. Also you can find this indicator, you can use this indicator on a TradingView. It's called Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves and zones. You can use it and to watch it for yourself and to add this indicator for yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much all TA for today. Not a lot of TA is happening. BNB is kind of flat. Ethereum is bouncing. Cardano is kind of bouncing pretty fast, faster than Ethereum or any other altcoin, major altcoin obviously, except of Solana. Solana is, Jesus Christ, that thing is making new all-time high each time, and as always I miss the Solana. And as always, I decided to buy BNB rather than Cardano. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. But let's move to the news. Today we got some huge news. Yo, Panama unveils bill to make Bitcoin legal tender. Literally, this proposal comes one day after El Salvador officially adopts the crypto as a currency, which is Bitcoin as a second currency in El Salvador. And Panama unveils a bill to make this BTC a legal tender. Literally the next day after El Salvador. How crazy is that, huh? How crazy is that? So yeah, that's pretty huge news. Also, we got some Bill Miller's hedge fund sees Bitcoin having significant upside potential as digital gold. So this guy is playing both sides, gold and BTC. I don't know why Peter Schiff is not doing that, but whatever. SEC will stop at nothing to control entire crypto space, says former federal prosecutor. And you can see the big mouth of a shark on a picture of an article, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, it's pretty much all news for today. We got pretty significant news actually, which is the second bill to make a Bitcoin legal tender. Would be pretty huge. You can see the adoption is becoming pretty fast right now. It's getting, it's getting faster and faster. So yeah, That's pretty much all TA news for today. Hoping for a breakout out of the what was the top 42, I mean 53k, and obviously new all-time high. To the moon.